Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the pleasure of speaking to Rich. Rich, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me.
And what we're going to talk about today is we're going to do a tour of his van, as well as we're going to find out what he does on the road to let him live this lifestyle. How long have you been on the road?
3.5 years.
3.5 years, okay.
Yeah.
So that's quite a while. So in the 3.5 years, what's the biggest thing you think you've learned?
More about myself and my abilities.
Okay.
Kind of spent a lot of alone and me time, so you definitely find out a lot about yourself. You learn to love yourself after a while.
Absolutely. A little solitude, and
Yeah.
no, that'll do it to you.
And yep, go ahead.
All right. And then now what made you first hit the road? Like, what inspired you, or what was that moment that you're like, I want to go live in a van?
Because I was tired of living the rat race.
Mm-hmm. What were you doing at the time?
I'm still doing it. I'm a surgical tech, and I work in surgery in hospitals, and I just got tired of being in one place for long. Ex-military, used to moving around every couple of years, and then being established somewhere for a long period of time, I get bored. Being a traveling surgical technologist, to have the ability, like nurses do, to go to different hospitals around the country, work a 13-week contract, an 8-week contract, or 6, whatever.
Yeah.
And it allows me to make enough money, because now I don't live in a sticks and bricks anymore. I've been living in the van for 3.5 years. So my overhead is low.
Yeah, so you can save so much money. You basically have the same job, but your cost of living is diminished by a significant amount.
Dramatically, yeah.
So for our audience out there, what does a surgical tech do?
So when the doctor asks for a scalpel, I'm the guy with the scalpel and hands it to him.
Okay.
So I maintain all the instrumentation and specimens and so on and so forth in a surgery. So I'm just a certified surgical tech, not a doctor.
So you learned that skill in the military, and then once you became a civilian again, then you put that into a job. And then you said, and at what point were you like, oh, I can do this from the road? Was it just known that you could do that from the road?
I've kind of learned it over the years that there is traveling, and I've done several other types of things too. As far as a surgical tech, I've worked for a company that allowed me to drive in their big cargo van, probably double the size of mine, and travel the entire East Coast doing cataract surgery is what I did there for a while.
Oh, wow.
So there's different aspects of what I've done. I've worked several hospitals throughout the East Coast and so on and so forth, but now I moved on to the West Coast.
And so do you pick those locations just by what job is available, or do you say, oh, I really want to go to this city, so I'm going to look for a job there?
Me particularly, I pick a location depending upon the weather pattern. So I'm trying to be a snowbird. I lived on the East Coast, the northern part of the East Coast, for all my life. I'm tired of the white stuff, although it's beautiful. Yeah. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
So
I like it for about a week, a year, and then I'm like, I'm good.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I try to follow weather patterns. I try to keep as cool or as comfortable as I can. So my next assignment, what are we in, January of 2022 right now? So probably March I'll start picking and looking for something that is going to get me into the summer without boiling my derriere off.
Yeah. And so in a year we have 52 weeks. How many of those weeks do you work a year? Like, how often do you work?
I work typically 26 weeks a year. So I work 3 months on, 3 months off.
Okay, and alternate.
And alternate. It fluctuates depending, but
of course,
it's typically what I do.
But that's great for free time. So I mean, most people don't have 3 months off at a time, and so that's amazing that you can do that.
It's a gift from God.
Yeah,
I have to say.
Yeah. So so you got your training in the military. If a civilian wanted to go down this road, what kind of schooling and how long of the schooling is it to be a job like you? Well,
let me start by saying that if you're going to go to school to be a surgical tech, why not just do the final year and be a full-time nurse with a 4-year degree? But if you're going to be a surgical tech, and nurses can scrub too and do what we do. So if you're going to be a surgical tech, it's going to take you about 3 years and about $30,000. Okay. And in my opinion, go to nursing school. You get more bang for your buck. Okay. More options. Surgical tech, we're kind of pigeonholed into just one part of the field. Okay. Or nurses, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Now, so since you're mentioning nursing, because that's another one I've always heard over the years, is that there's a lot of traveling nurses and things like that. So when you get your contract, do you also work with other nurses that are traveling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so that's a pretty good option for nurses out there.
Absolutely.
And do they also live in vehicles, or do they get Airbnbs, or what do they do?
Most of the nurses that I've seen are put up in hotels by whatever company that they're working with and getting their contract with, or if not hotels, apartments, or some people will decide to get the stipend, which is a tax-free stipend, all of that, and then pick something like an Airbnb or a friend's house or something like that and pocket all that money.
And that's kind of what you can do too, because you're not, you get the stipend and this
all the
is your,
time.
okay, so you've been on the road three and a half years doing this job. What is the next step? Like what is the next thing you want to do on the road?
I think I have a new goal now where I want to visit all the national parks. I've visited quite a few, but I think I want to make that one goal.
Okay, I like that.
Another goal is maybe do a tour in Alaska.
Oh, would you take the van up there?
Yes, I would. The question is would I be as bold as Bob and live in Alaska? I don't know. In the van for
a winter?
Through the winter and do a 13-week contract. I don't know. Maybe in the summer.
Summer might be better. Yeah.
I don't know. That's one option. Another one is to leave the van in San Diego, at my son's house and fly to Hawaii and do a gig there. But you kind of break even as a surgical tech.
It's for
financially,
the experience.
It's more for the experience when you go there.
All right. Well, that was awesome. So, do you mind showing us your van now? I'd love to see the inside.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Cool. Let's go.
Welcome to my home. Let me give you a tour.
Excellent. So, what kind of van is this?
This is a 2017 GMC Savannah. I bought it used. It was a U-Haul fleet van that they handed back in at 10,000 miles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's probably well taken care of, scheduled maintenance and all that stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. It's my home.
Okay. And then you built it out yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And how long did it take you to build it out, or is it still in a work in progress?
It's still a work in progress, but initially the installation and all that, it probably took me about 3 weeks. All the fans that you see and the solar and all that was just put in about 2 weeks ago. So
so you're new to solar.
New to solar.
Congrats. That's a game changer, isn't it?
Big time. Big time.
So, I didn't ask you earlier. So when you are on these locations, where do you sleep with your van? Do you in the parking lot of the hospital, or?
So yeah, when I work at the hospitals, I typically park at the parking lot of the hospitals unless it's frowned upon, which it hasn't really been.
Okay.
I kind of lost my hype since I put solar on the roof. I was able to park in most of the garages, but I think I've lost a little inch of, but there's parking lots typically around. I'm a boondocker. I don't pay for anything, so I'm always looking for.
Good for you.
You know what I mean?
So what are some of your hobbies that you like to do on the road? So when you have 3 months off, you're not working, what is something that you'd like to do during those times?
Visit national parks or go hiking or I really want my mountain bike back, but I would love to go biking.
Okay.
I left it in Connecticut. I need to go back and get it, but yeah.
I mean, you're in beautiful places, so it makes sense that you could do this hiking and mountain biking and things like that.
Well, I do have a YouTube channel too, so I'm also doing a lot of.
What is that YouTube channel?
It's Surgical Tech Van Life.
Oh, and on it, can we learn all about like your job and your adventures? I'm assuming
it's a mixture of things. It's about my job. It's about the travels and the places that I've been, and a little bit about my my faith.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah. All right, very good. All right, well let's take a look inside your van. So show me your bed system, I guess.
So it's just built on 2x4s. You can't really see it.
Okay.
It's just a box frame, and then 3/4 plywood is underneath.
Okay.
I went to IKEA and got a mattress, and I just took the cover off.
Okay.
All the furniture you see here is IKEA.
That's perfect. I mean, it's a cheap way to go, right?
Yeah, it was a quick and simple.
Yeah. And then what do you use for cooking? Looks like you have a microwave up there?
Same thing as Bob, which is the propane cooktop.
Okay.
And then I got a big tank, it's connected to back there. So he's the one that inspired me on that. That seconds as a heat.
Okay. Oh,
nice.
Van. Okay. And so, in what size propane tank do you have? Like one of the barbecue 20-pound ones?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long does that last you?
For continual use, probably a good week and a half.
Okay. And then it looks like you have a microwave too, and so you have an inverter and a battery bank to run that?
Yeah, that was just installed. 700 watt
Oh, that's perfect.
microwave that I got from Wally World or Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
And yep, got that. And I haven't put it up yet, but it's a Wii Boost to better my cell phone signal.
Excellent.
Got some lights in here, some lighting,
Okay.
and you know, some plugs, so on and so forth.
And how much solar do you have on top?
I have 400
400 watts. Okay.
400 watts of solar on top.
And then your you have a little charge controller.
Yep. And
okay.
then inverter is a 2,000 watt inverter.
Okay.
And then 200 watt amp hour lithium battery.
Oh wow, is that one battery or two separate? One 200. Wow. And where did you get that?
Discount Solar in Quartzsite.
Oh, I didn't know
the whole system was installed by them. I didn't do it.
Okay, so we have the kitchen area. Said everybody wants to know bathroom. What do you do for the bathroom? I suppose you can go inside of the hospital, right?
Yeah, I could do that, but I do enjoy the old 5-gallon bucket with the, you know, I got
Advertising for Lowe's. Perfect. Yep.
Yep, there you go. No, that's the best way. It's cheap, it's reliable, it never breaks down.
It's true. No moving parts.
Yep, double bag technique, and everybody goes to the bathroom, right? And as far as children, what do?
Yeah.
You know, you take their diapers, you throw it in a bag, and you throw it in a dumpster.
Absolutely.
I just double bag to make sure that nobody gets, you know, harmed in any way.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then do you, is there a seat on the top of that?
Yeah, there's a...
It's under, okay, it's under the plastic.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I have one similar that I've used for when I'm down in Baja.
Originally, I watched one of Bob's videos, and I used the foam insulation you would put on your copper tubing in your house. And I did that, and it lasted for a couple of years. It was very comfortable.
Okay.
It's actually more comfortable than this. And then I just got lazy and bought this.
Okay.
And I really want to put the foam back.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like you have your fire extinguisher just in case. That's always good to have, people. That's a public service announcement right there.
Yep.
So was there a door there before?
Yeah, so it was a U-Haul, and so this was over here too, and then there was just a metal. And you wasn't an open and closed door at all. I just removed those and kept this just in case, you know, nothing slams in the back of my head while I'm driving. Okay.
If you had to pick like one thing, what is your favorite thing about your rig, or what's your maybe most interesting or something that you do that not very many other people have done?
My most favorite thing about my rig? I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I have a freezer in the back that I just got.
Oh yeah.
That's like night and day. I was using a cooler for 3.5 years and putting ice in every 3 days. And
it's a pain.
What a wonderful addition that has been.
And then what did you use for insulation? I see the green insulation.
Yeah, from Lowe's.
Okay.
Another bit for Lowe's. They should be getting some compensation for this. But there's 2 layers of 1/2-inch foam.
Okay.
So is it 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch foam? 2 layers on the top and 1 layer on the sides.
Okay, so what kind of safety features do you have in? I saw the fire extinguisher. What else do you got?
And then carbon monoxide alarm.
Oh, nice.
Right above here.
And is that hardwired in, or is that just battery operated?
It's just battery operated, but it has saved my life a couple times.
Oh,
but now that I have the ventilation that I installed recently, it's not even an issue anymore, but yeah.
When did you find that it went off? When you were using your stove too long?
Too long and not enough ventilation.
Okay. I've had that with my little buddy before. I forgot to crack a window, and I had it on for probably 4 hours, and all of a sudden I noticed the carbon monoxide started beeping. I was like, oh God, time to turn that off.
It's like, okay, open doors, stop moving, let's go.
And then also it looks like you have a couple plugs over here. So
yep, 120 volt or 110 volt plugs, and then USB.
Okay.
This is for the lights.
Excellent. And that's just the strip lighting. Those are really fancy.
Correct.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
they flash and all that, but.
All right. So, is there anything about your van that you would change, or any additions you want to do in the next year or so?
I'd say within the next year and a half, I want to get a small little trailer, so I can carry my mountain bike and maybe a scooter and maybe a kayak. So a little toy box, rolling toy box behind me would be great.
That would be perfect. Now, would you have a hard time parking in the hospitals if you have the trailer, or not too bad?
Yeah. So. My thought process on that is to put the trailer in some sort of storage.
Oh yeah.
You know, probably about $100 a month, and just keep the trailer in there. And then at the end of each assignment, take off, go have fun for 3 months, and
Okay.
bring out the toy bin.
What kind of shifts are you doing? Do you have any free time when you're working, or is it pretty much you're on?
I try to pick a contract that has no call, which might be hard, may or may not be hard, but I prefer 10-hour shifts, preferably day shift, maybe evening. And I like the 10-hour shift because it gives you that extra day during the week
Go, gotcha.
off, you know,
Okay.
so 3 days off. So hopefully the managers of the facilities will be nice and give me a 3-day weekend once in a while.
And that's a plug for anyone about to hire you. Please give him, you know, the schedule 4 on, 3 off. Just letting them know, you know, put it out there for them.
Please, please. But I'll work with you. I'll work with you.
Excellent, excellent. Rich, thank you so much for showing us your van, telling us all about your job. That is the coolest thing. I think it's great that you can work from the road, and you figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing your story and everything. Folks out there, thank you so much for listening in today. I hope you guys learned something. What did you think of this setup? Do you like his build? Do you like his schedule, 3 months on, 3 months off? I like that. So let us know in the comments below. Until next time, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys all down the road. Thanks. Bye, guys.